Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Nice Sunday here in Alabama, and it's been a good weekend so far. I went down to Pensacola yesterday, bought a few things, got cellular service. Very stoked about that, so hopefully I can start going live on Instagram and stuff again more often. And tomorrow they're coming to get my good Wi-Fi. So it's been productive so far. I've hit the ground running, and tomorrow I start full force. I'm setting up my workspace and pretty much ready to go full out. I wanted to start the week off talking about doing raw vegan your way. Not my way, not anybody else's way, but your way. Anyhow, I do videos like this every day on the raw vegan lifestyle, plant-based lifestyle in general, because this plant-based knowledge is life-saving stuff. From time to time, a little bit of fitness, a little bit of meditation, and just philosophy on the weekend. So if you're not already subscribed, I'd appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button now and click on the little bell and check send notifications so you will subscribe to the channel. You know, it's funny, I get comments and I have people ask me questions all the time. Like, if they can do something, can I do this on the raw vegan lifestyle? Should I do this? And it's like, I'm really wanting to transmit this process more so than specific information. I'm really wanting to, one of my biggest things that I try to do on this channel is not to like set it up where people are going to follow me or look to me or I'm the guy with all the answers or whatever. I like to empower people to do things themselves, and this can translate to a lot of different areas in life, you know, just like really thinking about before you go reaching out, seeking from outside, like how you can do things on your own, how you can figure things out. And, you know, there's just too many people out there throwing around, you know, pseudo knowledge, their opinion of knowledge. Sometimes it's right, but sometimes the knowledge isn't right for an individual person. So basically, you need to take responsibility for your health. You know, you need to take responsibility for everything in your life that you consider important. You know, don't look to others. That is just like, that's always going to make you dependent. That's always going to make you a little weaker than you have to be when you're, you know, when you have to wait or you have to depend on somebody else to tell you everything. And especially, this is the most important thing, you know, this is what's carrying us through this life. If the body breaks down, game over. No matter what our mind is or how, you know, our spirit or whatever, we, you know, take care of yourself. Do your own research. I say this over and over and over in videos. And, you know, instead of just like taking things verbatim that people post or that they say, dig, look into it. That's why I've talked about that a number of times in the video too. That's why I'm always trying to tell people, talking about the process and trying to help share my process. Listen, I'm not the sharpest guy in the world. I'm not some computer genius. I'm not even a genius on the internet and stuff, but this is simple stuff. So one more time, I'm going to repeat this. You can pretty much find out any knowledge you want to know, how to do anything. I mean, you can do plumbing, you can do projects by searching on Google, YouTube. Let me say it again, Google, YouTube. Three times seems to cement it in people's brains. Google and YouTube. Learn how to do searches. Hell, if you need to even get more basic, go to Google and type in, learn how to do searches. The more specific, and this took me a while to figure this part of it out. I always used to kind of like try to search, like do Google searches or YouTube searches just strictly by the keywords, you know, like quick little words and phrases. Now, I've learned that you can go into Google and just get very specific, ask the question right out. Now, you might have to wade through some stuff that's irrelevant, but that's part of the process. That is part of the research. That is part of doing it yourself. So get on Google. Is this too much? You know, you can do all kind of searches. Raw vegan help on this, raw vegan and sugar, raw vegan and protein. How do raw vegans get their protein? People are always asking about that. Now, why do you want to post that on Facebook, or why do you want to ask that of somebody instead? And you know, okay, maybe they'll get back to you the same day. Maybe they'll get back to you 2 days later, when all you have to do is type that exact same thing into Google. Okay, you type that into Google. You want to read a lot of the stuff coming up. When I'm like researching a video or a blog post or something I'm doing, or when I just want to find out and verify something or know something for myself, I'll do that. I hit the search on Google, and then I'll read, I'll read 4 or 5 different pieces, and it'll probably direct me to some videos. And I like to watch opinions, conflicting opinions on either side. So you kind of get both sides of the story, and then you can make a decision. That's the problem out there. Too many people don't want to show you every side and then just let you make a decision. They want to tell you what to do. They want to kind of make the decision for you. And that just kind of falls into, yeah, I've always got my notes. You know why I'm looking down. Don't blame anyone but yourself for blindly following some YouTuber. I see this all the time. So many angry people out there. Angry comments on videos, angry comments on social media about how this person almost ruined me, or this person is dangerous because they gave this information. No, that's weak right there. You don't just blindly follow people. You verify everybody. Have I ever asked you to follow me? Have I ever said, like, this is concrete? No. I'm always telling you, verify. Go look up everything I say. A lot of things I'm probably not right about. A lot of things I'm probably not completely balanced in my eating. I do things for convenience. I do things that just make sense to me at the time, and I'm very instinctual. So I throw myself in there too. Verify and look into everything that I tell you with skepticism, with a good, healthy skepticism. Yeah, they get mad because somebody, and I'll do the air quotes, I hate doing that, because somebody led them down the wrong path. When I see that, when somebody led you down the wrong path, don't let people lead you. Lead yourself. Don't be led. When you're led, if you're easily led, then don't complain. Then I can just take you by the nose and I can drag you around wherever I want to, and you just have to accept anything I say because you've blindly given your decision-making ability over to me, or either you're just blindly listening to everything I or some other YouTuber says. No. Check everything. Check everything for yourself. Do your own research. Because, like, to be honest, and I wrote this down because I wanted to get this in, some of the advice, and this is my opinion once again, so listen to that. I always say that. People don't have that good listening comprehension. I'm seeing a lot of advice out in the raw vegan world that borders on eating disorders to me. So it's very, very, very important that you verify what you're seeing coming from people, and don't just because you like somebody's personality. Hey, I've done that before too, and there's people out there that I will watch for various things, whether it's about the food, whether it's about other subjects, that they're entertaining, but I don't necessarily, I don't quite buy, everything they're saying, but they entertain me. So I take what they say with a grain of salt, but I don't get seduced into that. I don't get seduced just because I like the person, because they have a nice personality, because they come across well on camera. I'm not going to just all of a sudden, put blinders on and say, okay, this is my person, and follow them. I'm just not into the following thing, man. It's just, I've always been into making my own decisions, and I think I'm always going to be. And that's the only real way to get somewhere in life. It's like it takes a little work. And part of it is probably a little bit of laziness, which we as human beings, we all tend to have in us. It is easier. It's easier just for somebody it would be easy to do like that, is to find your favorite YouTuber, or to find a few YouTubers, just tune into them. You ain't got to do any of the work. They've done all the work for you. You take a little bit of this here and there, and you just follow what they say. Look into what everybody has to say. I've taken a lot of wisdom. I've taken a lot of stuff from Tanny Raw, and but I've verified. But even with her, and I don't mean that she would like knowingly mislead somebody and all her information is good, but still I verify everything. I look up things. I see what somebody else says, and I form my opinion on it. And I'm sure she probably did. Well, she didn't have the same process back when she was figuring all this stuff out, because there weren't as many weren't YouTubers around. So that the experience part, and look for things like that too. The reason I tend to put a little bit more weight on what somebody like her would say is because she's done this for so long. The results are there. That's what I'm always talking about. Look for the results you're trying to get. Somebody that's healed illnesses and healed afflictions. somebody that's dropped the weight. But even so, even if you see that person getting the kind of gains, making the kind of progress you want to make, always verify. You know, be diligent about that. Make this an active thing. I talked about that recently. You know, be proactive. This is about your health. It's very important. So yeah, I feel like now I'm just kind of like repeating myself, but don't, you know, put your own style on this. You know, you need to find your own, whether you may not eat like me. You might not eat fully raw. You might eat a little bit more cooked than me. You might eat a little bit less cooked than me. I might have a recipe and it's a good recipe. I know my recipes are good because I enjoy them, but they're good to me. Even in that arena, you know, do raw vegan your way. Like, customize it, personalize it, come up with your own recipes, come up how you like to eat throughout the day. Now learn as you go. When I say do it your way, don't just be stubborn and you know, not do it in a way that's not the best, maybe the best approach, maybe that's not a whole approach of getting getting everything you need. And to finish off, always be learning. Don't ever get to that point where you're like, I'm there, you know, this is it. Always be learning, you know. I'm always tweaking. I'm always reading something new. I'm always saying, hey, let's try this. Let's add this in, or let's take this out. Let's see what this does. It's a continuing science experiment. And that's why I feel like, you know, me being able to adapt, change, move on a constant basis is why I feel like I've been fairly successful on this lifestyle. But anyhow, you got to find your way. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you again tomorrow. Peace.